And hear you. Hello, everybody, and and welcome back to Known Realms Tolesh. Before we dive into tonight's chapter of our adventure, let's go ahead and introduce our very scared boys, starting with Angie.
Hi, I'm Angie. They them pronouns. I play Zio Marino, he they pronouns, and I'm terrified because Alec is scary. I'm literally terrified.
I'm widowy shaking in my boots.
Terrified.
I'll be nice-ish. Thank you, Angie. Next up, Lou.
Hi, I'm Rue. I play Lazuli. Both use she, her pronouns. And I think we're both in danger. You muted.
You got really quiet for a second. You said you're in nature?
I'm in danger.
Oh, in danger. Yeah. Fair enough.
In danger.
I'm in danger.
Yeah.
No, everything's going to be fine, you guys. You have the power of teamwork, the power of friendship, the power of family. You have all of those things. Hi, everybody. My name is Alec. My pronouns are he, him. You can find me all places on the internet at Tales Archived. I'm the Archivist here for Known Realms Tolesh. And when I'm not here, you can find me playing as Finn Reese in Heroes of Asteria Unearthed Inheritance over at Stealthy Elf Productions. Guys, big ups to Lupine Honey for sponsoring the channel. Go ahead and check out Caroline's shop and use code TalesArchive for 10% off of your purchase. 1 second, I have a burp.
Nice one.
Excuse me. I was muted, right?
Yeah.
You'll never know.
Okay, well, Lou did just say yes.
Damn it, Lou.
And we have a collection of donation links for charities supporting Sudan, Palestine, Congo, and Haiti. If you are able to donate in this time, $1, $5 would be appreciated. If you are not able to do so, uplift oppressed voices, educate yourselves on the current goings-on in the world, and uplift oppressed voices. Do we have any other... Oh, I have another announcement. Tomorrow, I'm going to be on a charity game playing sagas, supporting some charities for Pride. I'm going to post some stuff about that tomorrow on social, so keep an eye out there. You'll find me improving a character live with an amazing crew, and we'll be raising money. So that'll be a lot of fun. So check us out there tomorrow. But anything else from you guys?
Be kind to me, Arthur.
Be kind to me, Arthur. So I gotta change the music.
Damn it.
Uh-oh.
Last we left off, we found the Fated making their way to the Corruptor Corbrae, now known as Cassandra. The party circumvented this Corbrae's hunt of Lazuli and was able to successfully amend the pact and bring Cassandra into Lazuli's body. After some heartfelt goodbyes, Echinacea and Whistle and their contingent, aka Team Heart, made their way off to the Whitmore estate. Now, we pick up with Team Herbarium, consisting of Lazuli, Xio, Richter disguised as Whistle, Uldiel disguised as Echinacea, Lapis, Aura, and Isandro. The streets around you are still filled with this smoky air, this green flame emitting upwards as the smoke becomes this charred black cloud that sort of floats eerily above the Iothalor sky. Your companions have left. It is just you and your contingent now at this point. The scene is yours.
Lazuli's probably pulling out a map and checking it. Kind of all huddling in close, but somewhere not in plain sight. Maybe pulling, tucking into a building or into the shadows. I don't want to be visible or...
Okay, you guys are working to kind of take stock of everything,
Huddle,
but doing
yeah.
so hidden.
Yeah.
All right, so both of you go ahead. Please.
And we weren't too far away from the herbarium either.
No, you guys
No.
aren't too far at all. Let's actually move. Show off the map here. Boom. Okay. So you guys are on Althalor. Yep. So you guys are up around here between the Beast Ward and the Baker's Guild. This is where you had your engagement with Cassandra. The herbarium is down here, toward the Order of Alchemists.
Right.
So, if you guys are moving in, attempting to be stealthy without being hidden, go ahead and give me a stealth check. Or meet without being detected, go ahead and give me a stealth check. I said that totally back-ass words.
27.
Jesus.
30.
Oh,
All right.
snake.
Math. 17 plus 13.
Yeah, 30. Let me go ahead and roll for the group with you.
As we are moving and everything, or I
Yeah.
guess I'll wait until we are safe.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 15 and above for the other NPCs, so you guys are good.
Great.
I'm assuming we find like a little alcove, like an
Yeah,
empty.
you
Maybe
guys, you tuck back into an alleyway. Pretty much. So, where we're looking on the map, you are technically in front of the north of the Beast Ward and the Baker's Guild. So you tucked into this alleyway right here.
Great.
See if there. I kind of remember. I thought, yes, I do. As we are tucked in,
Lou, we are getting a bit of echo from you, if you want to.
as we are tucked in, away. Let me see. 5-foot cube. This is how wide is the space?
Probably about 10 feet.
10 feet across.
Yep.
Okay. I don't think that's gonna really help much. But while Lazuli is looking at the map and everything, Xio's gonna look at her very intently. Just how are you? I know we have things to take care of, but oh, you're muted, my darling.
Do you mind repeating what you were saying? I didn't realize my audio already naturally picked up my headphones.
Okay. As you are looking at the maps and everything, Zia's going to look at you very intently. I think they're going to allow you to speak for a little bit before. I know we have a lot to take care of, and we've got quite a bit ahead of us, but how do you feel with Cassandra now?
Julie will take a deep breath and check in with how Cassandra's feeling. I remember last time it felt like there was just this new level of chatter and energy and presence, but it didn't seem necessarily unsettling, but I still want to just reconnect. Yeah.
It's different. You find yourself having thoughts, and you can feel those thoughts being witnessed. You can feel someone. The sensation as if you're being watched in public. Someone's eyes are upon you. That is perpetual. That is just continuing to happen as you're kind of having these thoughts, you feel this like, oh, let me check in, and there's this bit of unfamiliarity with Cassandra. Is like, well, why would you check in? That doesn't make any sense. Like, it's still very much like coming down from being a corruptor corpore. You just kind of hear as there's a mission to speak freely.
Granted, always.
It is strange. This. How I am doing, I don't know who I am. I don't know how I'm supposed to be doing.
Lazuli, in that moment, because how memories and minds are, they're so, like, time is kind of compressed.
Yep.
She draws up a group of memories of when she's checked in with herself quietly, like whether it was on the top of the Whitmore estate or in her room alone, like how it feels to be in your mind and introspective, or even memories of Echinacea talking about the Mind Palace and memories with Adolf. So just like quickly kind of opening up that part of her memory and experience to Cassandra to kind of have access to and absorb, to like ground herself.
Yeah, you can feel very quickly that there is like there is time shuffling through those and just kind of like understanding those experiences, and like there's this sense of, obviously there are many comparisons to be made to the situation of yourself and Cassandra and Echinacea and Aedwulf. There is the reason you kind of came to this conclusion was because of your sibling, and how they approach that situation. So in that realization that there is a collaborative partnership, you feel as if your own shoulders sort of drop from a tense state, as Cassandra's do within you internally. And I love that. Take an inspiration point.
Thank you. This is a new experience for us both, and especially for Cassandra. Aedwulf had been present for a very long time, and Cassandra has just been summoned, from what I believe. And so it's not just new to be bonded with me, but new to be here. But I think we could take that and use it as an advantage. I have an idea. I believe.
Okay. That's all really well and good, Lazuli. And I think it tells me a lot about how you're thinking about other people other than yourself. But my question was, how are you doing?
Oh, I see. I am scared. I don't know if she'll come, or if it'll be Elizabeth who comes. If we'll be able to beat her or deceive her. How much we're even being seen now. But I think this is the best shot we have. And I'm glad I'm a partner.
Xio grabs her hand and squeezes it. We'll keep you safe.
She squeezes back. I'll try to do my best to do the same for you.
Aura sort of approaches the both of you, and both of you feel like tiny but strong little fairy hands on your shoulders as she just, well, whenever you feel weighed down, just remember how fast you can fly. Both of you. It's something that has kept me afloat in many scary situations, especially with the scouts. And she sort of looks up, and you can see, once they're pointed out, you can see a few of her scouts entering hidden positions, taking the more stealthy approach, but able to support you all from the sky. And Lapis just sort of closes in, and we're going to keep you both safe. I promise it. I will let no harm come to either of you.
Thank you.
More importantly, I think it's good to think of all of us and that we're all out here to protect ourselves, but we also have to be realistic and keep our logic as clear as possible that the target here is going to be Lazuli.
Mm.
So, all forces on Lazuli.
You see Richter, who is in the visage of Whistle at this point, just sort of stands very tall, not dissimilarly to how Whistle would stand. They're both soldiers in their own right. And he just nods, and in Richter's voice, very odd coming out of, or in Richter's voice coming out of Whistle, just understood. The directive is to protect Lazuli, and we will do that until we fall.
Lazuli kind of, her shoulders slump in just a little bit at the weight of that reality.
The goal is not to fall.
But if it comes to that. Uldiel as Echinacea. Just, I won't let that happen. I'm far too good a healer for that.
And we have far too good of a plan.
Speaking of which.
Cassandra is a shadow being, and is still freshly close to the visage that she took moments ago. I'm not sure how much Elizabeth or Viola knows about the amendment to the contract. Maybe a little bit, but we could feign that she's still chasing me. And that is the reason why we are forced to go into the herbarium for protection, and I am forced then to continue my pact out of desperation to protect myself from the corpore, to summon Elizabeth, pleading for her help.
Uldiel just appealing to a hag's hubris.
That's what I've heard.
Very wise, Lazuli.
Thank you. So, I suppose, as we leave here, I don't know how long we should keep up the facade. If it should be a chase all the way there, or merely once we get there safely, do we start the charade? It mostly depends on if Elizabeth could be watching at any moment. It's all a bit of a gambit, but that's my idea. And she looks around to the rest of the party to see if anyone has any, suggestions, worries. What is it? We're holding them back. Yeah.
Well, I think so far we have a good plan. We shouldn't be changing anything. We should just be expecting to adjust. We can't go into it thinking that everything's gonna go perfectly. Elizabeth is a smart woman. We cannot underestimate her. We have to think quick.
Richter just sort of... We have to take a page out of her book. It has to be convincing. So I think Cassandra is going to have to chase you for a bit. And I think we should chart a course, but we should chart a course that looks messy.
Okay.
Because as Xio said, Elizabeth is smart. She'll know a direct path to a place that'll trap her. But if we make it look like, well, what you're saying, Lazuli, finding solace in a place reminiscent of family, then this could work.
I see. So we start here, right? In the center of the guild host.
Yep, so you guys are starting here.
Yeah. We can...
The herbarium is just
It's down here.
about a block away, 2 blocks away.
Got it.
You could go around, not directly down to the herbarium, but a wide berth around the arms district. Go north, possibly into the Red Park or right before it, and then a left over to Celine Spire, and then down south between the Armorers Guild and the Order of Smiths.
Ah, that's clever. Into the Red Park and make a bit of a show.
Yes.
Let me know if I'm charting the correct path here.
Yeah. Something messy.
And then, like, get you right down here.
That way, another thing is that that's just an idea of the direction that you need to go. You can maybe keep a general idea of how many buildings you have to cross by, but just know that you have to go north before the park, left before the wall, then
That's
south.
to inspire. Yes.
Yeah, and then south. I think the most important bit to wait. The most important bit to think about is that the longest distance is going to be going down from Celine's Spike down south to the Order of Alchemists. That's the longest stretch of road. So that could potentially be where most of the threats are. The other, it's a lot of twists and turns.
Cassandra, are you fastest on land? What were your strengths in your previous form? How did you hunt?
Well, you would have been my first quarry.
Right.
Given the form I took, I imagine I was fastest on land. Something akin to a woven creature. Tracking by scent. Quick assaults.
What we could do also is half of our party go directly down to the herbarium and already be in waiting. And then only you, myself, Rector, and Uldiel, just the 4 of us, make the show. The hurried chase around the city. We can try and blast off attacks, make it big and flashy, a little bit kind of like when we, Pretty Princess.
My only concern is we're going to be passing by 4 Ebonite encampments. Not directly.
I believe those might already have been, those encampments should have been called to assist with, the Moth Lord.
Right. The Moth Lord. The terrible invasion of the Moth Lord and his fake cohort. Yeah.
Wonderful.
So there's a good chance that they are not there. I mean, it's a risk that we can take, but I mean, if we have spooky, scary Cassandra chasing after us Do you really think that Ebonites are going to come and try and get in
Interfere?
between a creature and her quarry? Yeah.
But those shades that we fought right before, they didn't care.
Yeah, that's
They
one
were
thing to keep
tough.
an eye. Do we remember how this chase? Because above table, Whistle and Lazuli crossed through the smoke.
They were affected as they were in the smoke's vicinity. I will
Yeah.
say they succeeded on the checks. They can't be affected for another 24 hours.
Oh,
So,
nice. But we all succeeded.
You guys succeeded on what? Oh, you're talking about how the wraiths caught you?
Yeah.
Give me a history
Wraith,
check, both of you.
Okay. Because if we know that, then
Yeah.
we can implement it into the
Oh yeah,
mechanics
absolutely,
that we're
absolutely.
history check.
Yeah, history check.
Not good. A 3. I am going to use an inspiration.
Yeah, okay. Lou?
I got a 7.
Even
wanna
worse.
Jesus.
A1. I think that's
Do you
it.
want to use an inspiration, Lou?
Okay, 21.
Okay. There was a failure of stealth, and there was a sound that procced the wraith's notice. So it's just the importance is moving quietly. Obviously, when it comes to the hunt,
Yeah.
you're unsure of the wraith's relationship with the Corbrae and whether or not they would interfere. That is an unknown element at this point.
Who is our least stealthy party member?
Wow.
Uldiel and Richter raise their hands.
Please come forward.
They both stand
Well,
up.
The thing is, I don't think we're trying to be stealthy. I think we're trying to give as much of a show as possible.
That's true. I mean, well, and if the wraiths follow, maybe we can do a bit of both fake combat and real combat.
We could focus all of our fire on the wraiths if they show up, as opposed to Cassandra. But then it does show like we're trying to fight back as we're also
Running.
bolting.
Have Uldiel and Richter saved on the smoke checks? Or have they not saved?
Uldiel has. She is unaffected.
Okay.
And Richter is human. So it does not affect him. It only affects those of Fey origin.
Okay.
So Lazuli being a fairy from the Feywild, Whistle being a hobgoblin Fey, and then Uldiel being from the Winter Court of the Feywild.
I see.
Got it.
Yeah. And it particularly did not affect the Corbrae, which I believe it was discussed in that session where it was like, oh, interesting, okay, that must be connected. So you guys can kind of work with that if you'd like.
Okay. I can provide a boon to stealth, but if we are going for a show, then I can hold on to the power.
Richter just kind of... let's put on a show then. Lapis and Aura, they are both holding hands at this point. And they just... Aura says, we'll go scope out the herbarium. And we'll make sure that it is safe for when you arrive.
Victor, could you lend them the sigil that we both carry?
Yeah.
Please use.
Yeah, he hands it to them.
Please use this if you come into any trouble, and we will signal to you when we are close.
Understood.
Will the cold iron interact with the sigil at all? Do you know?
It shouldn't.
And Xio looks over to Isandro and says, you should go with them too.
Are you sure?
It'll give me something to run towards too.
Well, then I will go. Kind of hugs you and kisses you on the cheek. Lapis and Aura go and wrap around you, Lazuli. We'll see you soon.
We'll see you soon. And we'll see you soon.
Those, you as well. We love you.
And
They both head out with Asandra. So it is just you two, Richter, and Uldiel. All right. So the plan is a chase. Paint a picture. How do you guys set up for that chase?
Well, can Cassandra come out, like her body?
Yeah.
Lazuli takes a deep breath and resonates with this Cassandra and allows whatever shadowy form, asking it to be as close to her original form as possible.
That's fairly easy, given that it is a form. It is the form she knows. The transition from Corbray within to Corbray outside is a bit more spooky, if you will. It's not as refined as when Eadwulf sort of comes out of Echinacea. There is this... You see the shadows behind Lazuli just sort of curl over her as these two gangly, long, spindly arms wrap and just pulling upward from the concrete. Just the...
Mara! Crazy girl!
Just that bestial head with this sort of fleshy veil of the creature that Cassandra was before the pact was amended, and she just sort of crawls out of Lazuli and just finds herself very easily falling into the place that she was just in.
She's so scary. Xio's just says that out loud. Terrifying.
I'm sorry to have to ask you to be in this form. How fast are you?
Fast.
Then I think we'll need a bit of a head start. Otherwise, you'll be right on my tail.
Head sort of much like a dog when hearing like a high-pitched sound. There's just like the sort of tilt. I need both of you to give me an insight check here.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Xio's bow blade is going to be changed to the bow and
Scimitar?
arrow.
Oh, bow and arrow. Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Noted. Thank you.
Distance. Insight 15.
15. Lou?
11, but a nat 1.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
But it sounds kind of like it would be flavorful. I've got plenty of inspiration, but if
Yeah, okay. Well, the nat 1, I mean, there's a lot on your shoulders right now, right? There's a lot kind of swimming through your brain right now. You're like, yeah, Cassandra, like, we're both feeling weird about being together. Like, this is new, this is different.
and then Echinacea trusts Eadwulf so deeply, and so she's just like, "Yeah, we're besties now."
This is my guy. Xio.
Mm-hmm.
The pact has been amended. There is no way that Cassandra would bring Lazuli to the heart. That said, the bestial nature of the form is still very fresh.
Oof.
Is still the most familiar part of Cassandra.
Instinct.
Instinct.
That's what you're saying.
Predator instinct.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
And you see as she just sort of make it a show. This
Okay.
gnarled grin takes over. And then you just hear her say, "Run." As she lets out this guttural howl. And I need you both to roll initiative.
Let's run.
Fuck. We're making it 23.
Oh no. It's a
Oh, no,
9.
bro.
A 9. Oh boy.
Wow.
The other team were like, wow, they're really going at it. Like, they're super believable.
Yeah. Richard and Uli are like, oh, yeah, all right. So, I'm sorry.
I meant
what-
even like Lapis and like
Oh, yeah,
one
they're
of
like,
these heroes just
wow,
like bat out of
crazy.
hell.
Wow.
Hey, they're doing it.
They're not even like, oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
And
It's like,
And the Oscar goes
and
to
the Oscar goes to.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, what was initiative?
9 for me.
9 for Jesus.
23.
23. Okay. So it's gonna be Lazuli, Cassandra, Xio, NPCs.
Damn. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go.
So I'm gonna need an athletics or acrobatics check from you, Lazuli, to get a head start here.
Okay. Athletics. Okay, that's an acrobatics. What is up with I freaking die? Did I get? Where am I in initiative? Is it my turn or
You're
is it, I'm
first.
just doing-
You're first. Yeah.
Can I say that I use a Charlotte on Stride to?
You can use it with your bonus action now. Yeah.
to get because I got a 6.
You want to boost that a bit with the Charlotte on Stride? Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Because that's a bonus action to cast, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have the
So I'll
economy.
charge that up. Yeah. And that means I move within 5 feet of a creature and object that isn't being worn or carried. It takes 1d5 damage from your trail of heat. Creature or object can take damage only once during the turn. And then I thought I increased 20 feet of movement.
Yeah.
So can I re-roll, or is it just like I?
You have the 20 feet of
can-
movement. That is going to give you a natural head start.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
what's your full movement speed right now? It'd be 50, correct?
So, yes.
So, yeah, you move 50 feet.
That's if I'm walking, I have 50 feet. But if I'm already like using, I'm doing a dash normally.
So you can, you can bonus action cast a Charlotte on Stride and action dash and get 100 feet. Yeah, absolutely.
That's the vibe.
Okay. Meow.
Meow.
You
Like Pixie dust and fire.
Should we put our tokens on the map?
um.
Or no?
Or we just RPing.
I think we're doing a little bit of theater of the mind. I'd say put the tokens on the map. I think that's a great idea. Angie, inspiration point. So Lou, you're gonna get. Oh no, you're right here. That's right. You're going upwards toward Red Park.
Where am I?
So go ahead and put your token here because that's 100 feet.
Do they move them? Oh, there it is.
Beep.
Why am I so big?
Yeah, we can make
we're
you.
big.
Well, I mean, we want to see where you guys are,
Yeah.
but I will say,
Okay.
I'll see if I can make you. No, you guys are just big. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay,
We're just boys.
just
Okay.
boys.
Cool. Bye. Don't run into my fire.
All right.
Mhm.
So that means it is. Anything else on your turn, Lou?
When she says run, can I roll an insight check? Because I feel like that's
I can say. It'll have to wait until your next turn.
okay.
You rolled one this turn. Yeah, we'll say it
Yeah,
has
that's
to
fair.
wait till your next turn. Okay. Nicely done. It is Cassandra's turn. Xio, you're standing very close to the Corbray and you hear this low just as she takes her action to dash and gets 80 feet. So, I mean, we're going to say she's just shy of you, Lazuli, but is trailing fairly quickly. You still have that 20-foot lead. You still are bolting here, but she is hot on that trail. You just hear these hot breaths and just this low growling following you as like these nails, like these large claws, just scrape on cobblestone. All right, Xio, you're up.
So Xio is following quickly after the moment that Cassandra bursts forward. Xio is close on her tail.
Yeah.
So I have 50 feet of movement. So with an action, with a movement and bonus action, I do 100 as well.
Yep.
However, I think what Xio is going to do is to stay behind Cassandra a little bit, never really crossing the threshold of where Cassandra is.
Yeah.
So that it just looks like Xio is struggling to trail. It's also as a choice to keep an eye on Richter and Uldia, who Xio can only assume do not move as quickly as themselves and Lazuli.
Yeah.
So there's multitasking happening where they're like, pay attention to Lazuli, don't cross the threshold for Cassandra, pay attention to the two in the back because they need to also keep up with us.
Nice. Okay. Cool. I love that. I will say both of you, now that your turns have commenced, go ahead and roll me a performance check.
Yeah.
To see how this deception starts.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
13.
13. Okay. With that averaging, that's a very good start. A very good start. Okay. And so we're going to move on to NPCs. Xio, you're actively keeping an eye on everybody. You hear as Richter clicks his heels together, and you hear this sort of as this like mechanical whir begins, and his speed is doubled as he has boots of swiftness. As he starts to run forward, he'll use his movement right now is 50. So he will use
X Games, baby.
X Games, baby. We're just gonna put Whistle and Echinacea down since that's who these guys are right now. Oh, why is there a radius? Oh, because Whistle has a radius. But oh no, but
I'm so sorry. I'll be right back.
Oh no, you're fine. Okay. What is that? Why is there a fist? There we go. Okay. And then Echinacea, aka Uldia. Okay. Richter is going to use his action to dash up. So you see as he gets right beside you, Lazuli, obviously in the form of Whistle, and you see as like, he's not making an attack, but in his performance, he swipes his weapon, which at this point looks like Whistle's glaive, at Cassandra, and Cassandra sort of falls into the performance and like rears back just so the attack misses. Uldiel is not nearly as quick as all of you. So even with an action to dash, she's only going to get 60 feet. So she is like, I'm putting her next to you, Xio, but she's still trailing behind a bit. But Richter getting next to you, Lazuli, just says, I have you. I promise.
She's just like breathlessly running, probably, or you know, like heaving, and leans into him.
Uldiel's like, she's just fucking booking it. All right, top of the order, Lazuli.
Alrighty. Let's see this map. Lazuli's going to, let's see. That's 100, and then give me a long measure. That's 100. How long is the effects of Charade on Stride? Up to 1 minute.
What was that, Lou?
Wait, so do I have to expend another charge or to use a Charlatan Stride?
No, it's concentration. You have it cast.
Okay, got it. So
Wow.
I think, let's see. And then what's a bonus action I could do? Would Druidcraft be large enough to fake the appearance of Eldritch Blast?
What a great question. You could... Let me look at Druidcraft quick. Because that's very cool.
Because
I just typed in druids on Google. Yeah, that's it. That's what I want. Druids. You fucking dumbass. You create one of the following: a tiny, harmless sensory effect that predicts weather. Instantly make a flower blossom. Harmless sensory effect.
It might be too small.
I think it would be. Yeah, it's a 5-foot cube.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it specifically notes like a harmless sensory, like you could attempt to make it something like a gust of wind, right? Like a strong gust of wind that like evokes the same sort of speed, but I don't think it would hit the same sort of like oomph
if
that I think you're trying to hit.
Roll to not aim, like, or to like aim a tree or something like right next to Cassandra for the Eldritch Blast. Can I do that? Like, will it be a precision?
It's gonna be a performance check. We'll see. Give me a performance check as well as an Arcana check to see if you can blend the magic in a way to make it work for you.
Will this be the same performance check as like the overall?
No.
Oh, damn it. Okay. Bitch.
It's a completely different action. Bitch.
I'm trying to think about what's going to be of any,
Lisa Ragaib.
Right? Okay, I'm gonna make that dash, and I'm also going to summon Fritz.
Okay.
Just because I feel like he might be good in helping cast magic.
Yeah, that would be good, and I mean he's great for scouting. Okay, so you're just dashing another 100 feet,
and summoning Fritz is my bonus action.
Yeah. Okay. Absolutely. Is Fritz right
Welcome
next to you?
The field.
Fritz is like, oh, invigorating. I'm terrified. Yeah, Fritz is Matt Berry. Gay is in, gay is hot. I want some gay.
Great.
Cool. Okay. Cassandra's turn. She's going to dash 80 feet. So she's going to move over here, kind of getting close to you. Still, again, not able to sort of, close the distance. But she gets up, she makes these swipes at you, but obviously nothing is connecting at this point. I will allow that insight check here.
Okay. $17.
Yeah, similar to what Xio saw, like you're seeing the hunter's instinct, that predator's instinct taking over in this time, as there's just this growl that sort of approaches you. This is the state that Cassandra knows the best. She is embodying it. Like almost
on a level of method
surrendering it to
acting,
it. Yeah.
From Zero to Jared Leto.
Jared Leto.
Where?
Yeah. Actually, Shia LaBeouf.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You're
with
muted, Angie.
I don't think you wanted to hear what I had to say.
Okay.
We'll check the tape later.
Great.
Okay, and that is Cassandra's turn. Xio, you're up.
Of course, I took a bite right
You're
now.
fine. Yeah.
Well, inspired by the use of Fritz, Xio is going to summon Lulu.
Okay,
And so
yep, sorcery point. Summon
Xio's
Lulu.
attacks are gonna go through Lulu.
Nice.
So,
okay, cool.
Xio's not going to be making any attacks themselves. Attack action is going to be for her to throw out anything in the arsenal of cantrips. So,
Oh, cool. Love
whether it be Firebolt, whether it be a Ray of Frost, anything like that, never with the intention. And Xio shares this with Lulu, never with the intention of hitting Cassandra,
that. Okay.
just with enough intention of making a show
Being
for it.
convincing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then as that is happening, the Action Academy is going to go to her for that so that Xio can concentrate on keeping an eye on Lazuli and
Okay.
keeping an eye on everyone in the back. So like
Perfect.
even with the 100 feet of movement with movement and bonus action speed, I think Xio's going to be doing a lot of this.
Yeah, just
Going
kind
back
of
and forth.
reconning, maintaining. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, just
Okay.
so that, especially because of Oldio
Yeah, she's
being so far back.
She's not quick, nor does she really have anything that allows her to kind of pick
Yeah.
that speed
And-
up at the moment. Okay.
Yeah, and now that Richter is keeping up,
Yeah.
that allows Xio for
Bit more
you know.
the freedom. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Cool. Since we have passed both of your turns, go ahead and both of you give me that group performance check, please.
Oh boy, here we go. I might use
This is a great plan, you guys. Truly, like, this is a great plan.
15.
15.
That is that was 16 for Lazuli, not 15.
16.
1-6.
Got it. Understood. Understood.
And for me, it's a 15, actually.
Nice. Okay. A good average. More than fine. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah. Again, this is quite convincing. This is quite the performance you guys are putting on, and it is. You see people sort of peering out of their houses and like tucking back in as they see you and the Corbrays, or you guys and the Corbray sort of chasing, and they sort of like, close their blinds and sort of like barricade the houses as like you're clearly convincing the people of Iothalor that this chase is taking place, which, lends to the fact that you guys are convincing. Okay. Richter is going to action dash, and he's gonna get into the park and sort of like flank you, Lazuli. Make sure you're kind of covered here, and he will use his second or no, you can only do that once you've taken an action, so that's fine. That's his turn. Uldiel is going to use her action to cast she's gonna move up and then use her action to Sacred Flame the Corbray, and per BG3 rules, Sacred Flame's kind of dog shit. Yeah. Uldiel or Cassandra saves. So there is... yeah, there's nothing, takes no damage. But that burst of light that you can see flying off of it are those red birds that are like Echinacea's signature. So they sort of fly off of the magic. Is, it's very clear that she's doing her part to uphold this deception. Okay. That is them. We are at the bottom of the round. Xio.
Yes. Laugh it up, Alec.
You just hear in your ear.
Of course.
Hello, Nanakin. Welcome back to the city. We didn't really get to spend too much time while we were both here the first time. But I heard you made a friend. And his mother's really nice. Would be a tragedy. Something happened to her, don't you think? Come to the Alcott's house. And come alone. If I smell any of your friends, she'll be dead before you break the front door.
Oh, God. Zio's not gonna respond.
And that's where we're going to take our first break.
You're so mean.
Honestly, Alec, you are so ugly. You are so ugly for this.
It's Button in chat with the gun. Hey! Hey! Prison. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Hey, everybody. Thanks.
I don't like this game.
Thank you guys for hanging out. We'll see you guys in about 5 to 10 minutes when we come back for Team Herbarium's session 1. Bye, everybody. See you in a bit. see and hear you. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to No Gnomes Tolesh. Team Herbarium, Session 1. Last we left off, we just heard a scary message from one Ulma beckoning her fellow Nonikin forward to the home of Lila Alcott. That stinky bitch. All right. We're going to pick up back in initiative. Start of the round, it is Lazuli's turn.
Okay. So now that I'm in the Red Park, I feel like this is a good place to kind of have, like, is there an eye line to the Whitmore estate? Is it just like a little copse of trees and you can see the estate?
So
or is it pretty dense?
It's pretty, you're looking up a hill right now, essentially. So I will say from, so like from here up, you're meeting a lot of hill and then this wall. So you're not necessarily seeing into the estate. It is up on a hill. You're seeing that incline.
I mean, vice versa. Can the estate see into this park?
The estate proper is here. There's not a lot of visibility downward because like they're seeing like the tail end of the estate and like the tops of the trees. So you imagine you are a scout by trade. So you know you know that like the vantage point where there's like a 10% chance they see you, but that is more realistically like a 10% chance that they see something. And they're not sure what that is. If that makes sense.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So, Lazuli's not going to do anything here. But she's going to turn to everyone around her who's in auditory distance. The main event is at Celine's Spire. So, Lazuli will dash to 100 feet. Is that on?
Yeah, it's a big map.
Yep. And then with a bonus action, she's going to keep, as long as it, like, insight check if needed, keep Fritz near Cassandra. It's like a way to kind of whisper in her ear.
Fair enough.
Or...
I'll say that, like, it's easy enough for you to keep
smart.
Fritz like locked in, similarly to the way that you did with Whistle during the Isradon fight. I think that's more than fair. Very smart. Yeah.
Just in case we need to have something for real. Be like, hey, calm down.
Hey. Okay, cool. Makes
Another
sense
question.
to me. Yeah, please.
Cassie,
Is our
chill.
mental...
Cassie, chill.
Do I have a mental link with Cassandra still? Like...
Absolutely.
Okay. Alright. I don't say anything, but I just wanted to know if that is... If I need Fritz for communication or...
In the same way that Echinacea is able to communicate with Aedwulf when like he is a summoned companion, you have that same means of communication with Cassandra.
Got it. Okay, that's it.
So okay, cool. Cassandra is up, and she's able to get on top of you here. You see as she. I'm just going to put her right behind you, but she is neck and neck with you now. I'm going to make a wisdom saving throw on Cassandra because she is in predator-prey dynamic right now. And that is a natural 1. So Lazuli, you're going to get 2 claw attacks coming your way at this point in time. The show's got to be convincing, doesn't it? All right. That is a 16 plus 8 for 24. Okay. You're going to take 9 slashing damage, as well as 3 necrotic. but I believe you have your armor of resistance, so it's 1. And then the second attack is a 19 plus 8 for 27. You're going to take 7 slashing damage and 2 necrotic already halved. All right, so these attacks hit into you, and you just hear this sort of snarl as the Corbrae, the creature that was just summoned this morning, is enacting her purpose, but is fighting back. As I said, the pact was amended, but this is the sense of self that Cassandra knows, and you just see as her face, the face that you revealed to her with your own dreadful magic. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hold on, you're doing great. Or she says mentally, but
Yeah.
we'll scream. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It is Richter's turn. Richter is not privy to your psychic conversation. Oh, no, you're right. It's Zio's turn. Sorry. Zio,
Yeah.
you just got a hell of a message.
However, just got a hell of a message. Also, just saw that happen.
Yep.
How far am I within 60 feet of? I'm gonna get within 60 feet, even if it's just the
Yeah.
edge of where
Yeah.
Cassandra is.
Yep.
And fuck this spell. It fucked him over before, but Zio can see that Cassandra is fighting it. Calm emotions on Cassandra.
All right. You need a save from me.
Charisma saving throw.
That is a 5.
So Zio is essentially going to use that spell that previously had sent so much to shit with a red dragon. That spell that's been thrown back at his face before. And is going to use it for Cassandra to hold on to. So that she may keep as much control of her emotions in this moment. So she feels in this dreadful dreadful form that she inhabits, she feels a gentle, cool air. It feels almost like a hand caressing the back of her ears, of these wolf-like ears, to calm and perform.
Very nice. Take an inspiration point. That is very good. You see as Cassandra, that other half of the face just shifts into that of the Shattercry woman that you've both seen as she just, the snarling sort of comes to a stop as she just shakes. Thank you.
And then Zio's just going to nod, and the concentration will remain up as free. I think it was 60 feet of movement, or at least I don't know how far away it was.
You would have had to move 40 feet.
40 feet. Okay, so then that was my movement, and that was my action. So then, as a bonus action, I would have 60 feet.
Yeah.
And you all see as Zio takes a sharp turn and starts heading in an entirely different direction. And as a free action, as they are moving through the sigil, Loma is here. And she's with Lila. I have to go. I have to go to her. I promise. I'll be back.
Lazuli, you hear it?
Stick to the
Do
mission.
I have?
Yeah, I will allow you a response. Yeah.
Go, but please be safe.
And Lulu will also turn.
She goes with you.
Yes.
Okay, understood. All right, and you begin to make your way eastward as you head towards Sun Parsley Market, to where Lila Alcott and Declan Alcott's home is. Ulma has arrived, and she has come to the point of connection you have made within this city. All right. Richter and Uldiel are up. Uldiel just sort of looks and just, what are you? The mission. She is a soldier. She knows what she has to do. She will, unable to move, dash fully, but within 100 feet, she is going to... Damn. She is... Yeah, she'll have to dash to get up here. But she cannot heal you at this point because it takes her full... Actually, no, she can bonus action. She'll bonus action healing word at 2nd level on you, Lazuli. And she'll just say...
I'm full. That actually just took temp HP, so...
Oh, okay, never mind. Well, then she doesn't do that.
I had tons of temp, so I just don't want her to waste...
Got it. Understood.
Lazuli literally looks like shiny and squeaky and sparkly.
Understood.
Like, perfect.
Understood. Just wanted to make sure. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, but she is there
if I can flavor
needed.
that?
Yeah, please.
I believe I'm still in my form of dread because that lasts an hour.
Yeah.
So it's almost like whenever the slashes are happening, it's like it's just cutting the smoke. It's kind of like
very cool.
And the smoke seems like less opaque. Like her form of dread is closer to her skin and her normal appearance. Like it kind of just cut away this boundary.
I love that.
But she doesn't look harmed whatsoever.
Perfect. Okay, Uldiel would absolutely clock that. But you can tell, similar to your sibling, she is watchful and she is ensuring that you're okay. Richter also looks at Xio. She just nods. Of course. Richter sort of looks at Xio. You see him as whistle Xio as you move onward, and he just nods. And you see under his breath, be safe. Good luck. Guys, this is the ugliest I've ever been. Between these 2 sessions, I'm uggo. Okay.
What did I miss? Finn was attacking the door.
Oh no, I said so. Richter as whistle looked to Xio and just said, "Be safe." Staying into.
I can jump and wrap my little fingers around his neck.
Looking at the creature that did do damage, Richter is going to make his 2 attacks. Ooh. That first one is a miss. That second one is also a miss. But he plays into the facade and will use his movement to get next to you again, Lazuli. Okay? You guys are making your way. We will then go to the next round. Here, Lazuli, you're up.
Not to be an asshole, but we probably have a performance check.
Oh, yeah, no.
To myself. Asshole to myself.
Bet both of you go ahead and give me the performance check.
Uh-oh. 19.
19.
Muted.
15.
Okay. The facade is staying strong. There will be a point once Xio breaks off from this group that Xio will no longer be rolling these checks. Because they will be separated from the group. Okay, Lazuli, you're up. You are about to turn into the Arms District proper. So, what do you do?
Okay, I'm checking my inventory really quick because I don't know if I have any kind of potion or skill enhancement potentially. Because I know Echinacea gave us something.
Echinacea did give you guys potions. Let me look in the...
Wow, I wish I was a better person than keeping track of things.
Oh, stop it.
Hush.
I believe they put
I
that
think it's
in the server?
healing. Probably
Mhm.
a potion of healing for Lazuli. I think it's 2 of those, and then a potion of heroism.
Okay.
There's got to be somewhere.
Is it in
I'm not
strategy corner for you guys?
Probably. Let me double check. Yeah. Lazuli. Oh no, Lazuli has a potion of radiant resistance.
Nice.
Great.
And
Okay.
I know for a fact Lazuli is
Oh.
death warded.
Here we go. You
Yeah.
both have greater potions of healing. So 1 greater potion of healing, and a potion of necrotic resistance. And then Lazuli has a potion of radiant resistance.
Got
You
it.
also have a death ward.
And then Xio, you have that scroll of
I have the scroll of remove curse.
Yep.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
okay.
So, like,
And just
yeah.
looking at things that could potentially boost my charisma. I don't usually use that stat, so I'm just looking around. Hi, thank you. Spurs, armor. I have so many spells. I don't think I have anything that would boost my charisma. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then I'll just make. Do I have to disengage with Cassandra at this moment if I'm dashing away? Is that going to evoke an attack of opportunity?
It will invoke an attack of opportunity, but she's not going to, with the calm emotions from Xio, very clutch. She's going to make it convincing, but she's not going to hit you directly.
Got it. Okay. Then Lazuli's going to, with her 100 feet, get up to Celine's Spire, and she's also going to start flying. Like, she's going to be
Okay, you
trying
take
to...
off.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Meow. Bonus action.
Meow.
Bonus action. Great. Still as you move incredible. Just for to does Expeditious Retreat not proc a attack of opportunity?
Expeditious retreat?
Yeah, or no?
Shouldn't.
It doesn't say that it doesn't like
It's
do
a
an attack of opportunity, but I thought it did.
when you cast a spell and then a bonus action. Yeah, so you can just take the dash action.
Okay, just for believability, like to actually be in fear, she's going to use Expeditious Retreat to make it really seem like she's trying to get out of there. She's not, you know.
Okay, so
like she wants to make it appear like she is deeply afraid of that
Okay.
attack.
So you technically now have 160 feet of movement.
And she's gonna make it at that diagonal.
Yeah.
Great.
And Button's right. Zephyr Strike is the one that avoids attacks of opportunity, which is the one that Whistle has.
I think I didn't prepare it, but I also have. Okay. Well, yeah. So she's like up and.
Okay,
Up and
but
over
you're up
on-
above Celine's Spire, much like you were the first time you were within Eye of the War.
Great.
Okay, very nice. Oh man, I keep coughing. I'm dying away. It is Cassandra's turn. She is going to dash up. You do have the lead still, Lazuli, but she is pacing. She is following. Okay. Xio, what are you doing?
150 feet of movement for
All right.
action, bonus action, and movement. So
say you're able to get on the cusp here. You're right behind. You're always going to go to the one in front of your token.
I would say, That's 200, so I think that's probably going to be like more like around here.
Okay, and then the next one, you'd be able to get there for sure.
Yes.
Okay.
So, with the call that Alma made, was there an open line of communication there? Left open? Yes. Oh,
I'll say yes. Sorry, I said yes 3 times, but I was muted like a dumbass. Shall we?
No. So Xio, panting and stressed, is going to respond to Alma.
Okay.
Don't hurt her. I'm coming.
Okay. Give me a... What's Xio feeling in this moment?
Fear.
As they make you...
Ah.
Sometimes you ask stupid questions, but you
No,
you're
you're
just,
fine.
You just need to make sure, right?
Xio is... There's a lot of emotions going through Xio's mind right now, specifically that the words, the Whistle's words repeated in their mind. Don't act on emotions. Don't act on emotions. And they, so far, have done right by everything that they've done wrong before, which they did not just leave without letting his party know where he was going. So he's making sure that this isn't a repeat of what happened with the Bright Fury.
Mm-hmm.
But once he gets there, even in this moment, he doesn't know if this is the right choice because he is acting on emotions.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. All right. And you continue to make your way. All right. Oldiel is going to move 100 feet, as is Richter. He's going to make it, we'll just say down here. And you guys are on that turn. So, okay. Lazuli, go ahead and give me a performance check. Xio, you are now separated from the group. You will no longer be making those alongside Lazuli.
I'm sorry. Am I supposed to do something? I apologize.
No. I'm just saying you're no longer making those performance checks with Lazuli. You're good.
Got it.
I'm gonna use an inspiration. Same exact. 7.
7. Okay. You guys are starting to look a bit more tactical here. Now that you're up in the sky, you are easier to perceive. And at this vantage point, you get a view of the Whitmore estate. And you hear, or not hear, you see this sort of exhale and inhale of the estate as if it was breathing on its own. The plumage of black smoke coming from chimneys and windows as the green light emits. But you see, coming down the western step, or the eastern steps, one Elizabeth Whitmore.
There it is.
Arm in arm with an ebony knight.
So ugly, Alec!
One who, even from this distance, looks familiar. The green light that you saw most commonly is quite dim. This is just the suit of armor. Your friend Whether he's in there or not is unknown. All right. Next round. Lazuli, you're up.
Woof. Phantasmal force is like just purely an illusion in the mind of a single target, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Trying to think about how do I really sell this performance. And actually, if you don't mind, I don't know if it's possible to cut over to I don't know how Angie, how prepared you are for your Ulma confrontation, but I feel like I want to stew on and really look over my spell list if I can, about like how I'm gonna tackle this next round.
We can do that if you want, because that's up to you, Angie. Because
If not, I can think on the fly.
You were gonna be there this round anyway, so if you're comfy with that.
With me
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
to see
Yep.
Alma? Yeah. Let's do it, baby. Let's go.
All right, we're gonna move over. We're gonna move over to the RP screen.
Oh, boy.
Xio, you close in to the Alcott home, this same sort of white stone, red paneled home. You can see candlelight sort of emitting outward. The fireplace is going at this point. How do you approach?
Xio stops right at the edge of the entrance of this home. Not at the door. Xio stands where they had previously once sat, crouched, waiting for Declan one evening after doing something that had hurt him. And they stare into this house and they just bellow out Alma's name. I'm here!
You hear the front door just open as you see Lila. This woman does not look nearly as scared as you think she should be.
Is there something about her that seems off, aside from not looking as scared as she should be?
No. Give me an insight check, actually.
Anything like an energy source, anything like that? Insight?
Yeah.
No, that's a 10.
Yeah. So, she looks as if you're seeing a woman of experience here, one who's lived through much, who has experienced much, and who is not letting this moment of fear rule her. She just sort of nods. This is not how I wanted it to happen, but it is lovely to see you, Xio.
Mrs. Alcott, it's good to see you too.
Come in. She nods reassuringly.
Before I go in, is it just her in there?
Yes.
And what did she say she would do if I didn't come?
I would be dead. I don't wish to linger on the more gratuitous details.
Oh my.
Oh, you made it. Come on in, Nonican. Lila just made us some tea. Be rude not to accept the kindness of a host, don't you think?
Be happy to speak with you if you allow Lila the chance to remain outside.
No. Why?
I'm here. I am your captive audience. You don't have to use her.
I may have to. Depends on how this conversation goes. You think I'm gonna let my one piece of leverage over you walk out? And what happens when she runs into Ebony? You think they're gonna be kind to her as they drag her right back here? Seems easier for everybody if, well, let's make a compromise. She can go upstairs in her comfy little room while you and I talk.
Me, right?
Yes, Lulu's with you.
Mm-hmm. Xio, without looking at Lulu. Go with her.
She just sort of looks to you and just nods, flits over, wraps around Lila's shoulders, and just accepts chin scritches as Lila sort of reaches forward and squeezes your hand. All will be well.
Xio will squeeze her hand right back and smile. It's a smile that doesn't reach his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And Xio walks in.
Okay. You walk in, Alma sort of looks. I am a woman of my word. Upstairs you go, Mrs. Alcott. She just sort of... Understood. She begins to move upstairs. Lila sort of stands, pulls a chair for you, and pours a glass of tea.
I'm not thirsty, but thank you.
Please have a seat. You see she sits opposite the chair that has been pulled out for you.
We'll sit.
How are you liking what they've done with the place?
Oma, I don't know if you enjoy just being willfully mean about everything. You can just drop the pleasantries. There's no need for them. What do you want? Why are you here?
I made a promise in the catacomb. The train was crazy.
It's actually my brain screaming. I'm so glad you guys can hear it.
That was fucking great.
Man, I didn't know that I could pick it up. Damn. I love living by train tracks. Anyways.
That's so good. Sorry. Xio, we've known each other for a very long time.
Yeah, I grew up around you.
Yeah? We both... You know what? I remember a day where your father took both of us out on the back of his wavebreaker tortoise. We screamed and laughed and
Swam together.
swam together. What do I want? I want a great many things. I want to know, right now, why does Wit get more grace than I do? We grew up together. And it was very quickly that you threw me to the wolves. Is that how you treat Nonakin? Your community? I hope to bring you in to understand. Now I just want to hurt you.
You've done plenty of that already, Alma.
Yes.
So, what is it? Blood that you want? Pain? Screams? You're right. I should have given you more grace. But at the time, I thought this was some form of a competition. All I knew was that you and Wit both wanted to destroy the current. That's all I knew. And my goal was to protect it, to understand it. Even if it's broken, you don't toss away broken things. You try and fix it.
And that is exactly what I'm trying to do. Sometimes things need to be dismantled before they can be fixed. You speak of wanting to protect the current. Divanthier poison flows through it. This
Recently, yes.
god that you told Wit about swims within it. It's already broken. So I'm going to give you the answer you've been hunting for months. Galacia and Kaletra wish to restart it. Break its cycle as it exists now. People will die. But people die all the time. Mostly because of natural phenomenon. A lack of rain leads to drought. Food production goes down and, well, people die. A tropical storm, plenty of those hit Tatahi. I remember hunkering down in my family's home, do you?
Of course I do.
People died. No one batted an eye. And no one is truly batting an eye at the fact that this thing that I love, that you say you love, is actually dying. So I wish to put it down gracefully and let the natural cycle restart.
When there is a sickness, you don't just kill the host. You try and find a way to heal it. Wait, to me, it seems like you and Wit and Glacia and Coletra want to do is just throw away the host. You're not willing to try and find a way to heal it.
You? How old are Coletra and Glacia? You tell me.
Just as old as Helitis.
Thousands upon thousands upon thousands of years old, with knowledge that you and I will never achieve in our meager lifetimes. So to discount the knowledge of entities like that is stupid. You don't think they've tried to heal it? What's purpose? Do you know what happens when we take in too many orbs?
Our bodies are unable to keep up.
And where do we go?
Back to the current.
So I have a proposal. You want to save the current? Alma's hand begins to ignite. This water, primordial magic flowing in her hand as a Tetherium, a primordial current orb, forms. I can send you there to fix it. You see, the options that we discovered are destroy it and allow Coletra and Glacia and whatever new tranquil we find to reform it, or we send someone in like Wit to root out the disease at its core.
What?
Oh, he's already failed us. So, do you want to save the current? And we are going to go back to Lazuli as we continue forward with this chase.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. All right, Lazuli, you're up. Go ahead and give me a, what are you doing here?
Let's see. So I think I want to say at the time, can I drop Form of Dread willingly?
Yeah, absolutely. No action. Yeah, you can drop it.
As Lazuli sees Sir and Elizabeth, there's genuine fear that comes across her face. And you can't be feared with Form of Dread, but having that visage kind of be damaged, and it's probably getting to about an hour since like that fight started with the wraiths.
It's been a little bit of time.
Melted away, and you see, and they see a scared fairy, but a smart one. And as that Form of Dread melts away, because it kind of obscures, there's just it's ichor, it's visage, it's hard to tell if she's dirty or there's soot, but with this clarity that it melts away, she's going to cast disguise self, and it is going to look exactly like her, except deeply wounded, like gravely bloodied. She is fearful, quivering, soaked in blood.
Okay.
Let me make sure that where is this? I thought I had it. I think it's in my actions, not my spells. Because it's like one of my. I said this and then need to make sure I can actually.
You're fine. Take your time.
Nimble escape. I'm just so spoiled rotten, and I have so many things on my screen. Eyes the grave and blood. I thought I did, don't I? Can I help? Is there a good place to?
What are you looking for again?
Disguise self. I've seen it in my features.
Let me quick.
Just want to make sure I'm saying the things that I can access.
Yeah.
It's under Eldritch Invocations. I get Disguise Self first with a mask of many faces, but I don't see how to cast that.
Yeah. So you basically can just do that. Yeah. So with Mask of Many Faces, yeah, you can cast Disguise Self at will without expending a spell. Yeah. So you can just do that.
Okay. Hell yeah. So that is what they see, and Lazuli will. And that was an action or a bonus action? Or
I believe. Let me check. I believe that's going to be your action.
Okay.
Because the spell itself is an action, so yeah, it still falls within the action, but you're not expending the spell slot.
And then I have a feature that I can still shoot my gun with.
Yep, with a bonus action. If you use your action to cast a spell, you have quick draw, and you can shoot with a bonus action.
But instead, I'm going to do a healing shot, which can I make an Arcana check to see if it's, like, that would be palpable at this distance? Of, like, will this appear as a shot, or will it be clear that this is not an offensive? Can I intuit, like, do an Arcana check to see if, like, if I can?
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Hell yeah. It's 27.
27. Okay. From this distance, you could probably get away with it.
Okay.
There's enough cover. There's enough, like, veil, of your performance that you would absolutely be able to.
And it's a custom special weapon. It's not like people do this all the time. She's never seen it like I have it.
So yeah,
so I'm gonna
go for
do
it.
a healing shot for Cassandra. Yeah.
Okay. I will say, Cassandra hasn't taken any damage, but
it's just a way to not hurt her.
It's just so that you
aggro.
don't shoot her.
Yes, because that thing packs up punch. Let's see. I think it's how much is the healing? I guess I don't even need to roll healing because it's not necessary. So yeah, and I think that's my action. Just being up at the spire, and then she'll yell down, "Come up here! I don't know if she can climb. Quickly to safety!" Just like calling to her party to try to get to high ground, in order to try to basically they're treed, in hunting terms.
Yeah, perfect. All right, and where are you moving your token right now? Are you moving downward?
Just up on the spire.
You're you're staying on the spire for a bit. Okay, cool.
Just so like we're cornered, we're making a little bit of a show before,
Okay, yeah, before heading down. All right, and then so what's her nuts? What's her nuts? We'll sort of loop to the side of the spire and begin to like claw upwards and just really sell that manipulation, or that performance here. Uldiel is going to move upward, and she's going to make an Arcana check to, through the disguise self, manifest the same sort of translucent, gauzy wings of Echinacea, and use Misty Step to pretend to fly upwards. So I'm going to make an Arcana check here to see if she can do that. Oh yeah, as a 15 plus a 16, so able to, you see the wings manifest as she Misty Steps and gets up toward you. Richter is going to move upwards, but you see as he, similar to how Whistle would, oh, you dumb bitch. Okay, we're just going to put it there. Kind of stays there and like stands his ground, ready to fight Cassandra if needed. This Corberay if needed. Okay. With that, we are at the end of the round. Give me that performance check. With the actions you've taken, go ahead and do so with advantage, please. You're muted, sweetheart.
That was a 14 and a 6, but I'm going to use my last inspiration
Okay.
because this is really pivotal.
Pivotable?
Pivotable.
New word just dropped.
19!
Nice! Okay. Very good, very good, very good.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, inspiration.
Inspiration! Okay. You do so. All right.
Great.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Thank
At
you.
the end of this round, Lazuli, you hear... Struggling, are you? Voice of Elizabeth ringing in your mind.
What have you created? What is this?
Well, this is what you made me do. We had to pull a soul from its afterlife. All because of you.
I don't think Elizabeth is ready to respond right now. Like, you
Makes
can-
sense.
She's physically, like, haggardly, like, her flight pattern is mimicking that of,
Yeah,
like,
you're
an
like kind of
injured bird.
bobbing. Absolutely, yeah.
Like, and breathing, so she's not going to be like, I'm here to have eloquent sentences and
No,
fight
I love
with you,
it. I
and I'm
love
not.
it.
Yeah.
No.
And
That
it's just
makes
like-
sense. You're
Like, the only thing she can respond is like,
yeah.
what have you done? Like, what,
Yeah,
like that kind
you're
of
playing you're playing to the role. Absolutely. That makes perfect sense. And Elizabeth just says, well, best of luck. I am sure we will be seeing each other soon, my dear. And we will do one more round here.
Okay.
So
Lazuli
fucking good.
will cast her flashiest healing spell. Let's see. I think it would be Healing Spirit? Or no, I think that's more of an AoE. Until it's just and it requires concentration, and I don't want to break my so I'll just do Cure Wounds on myself, but really punch up the golden blue light. Like, it's like a
Yeah.
swing, like, so it will appear like, okay, she's about to dash, and like this speed isn't going to be uncanny for someone who's bloodied.
Yeah, for sure.
So she's, making a show of healing herself, looks around, is like, I don't want to be anywhere close to this estate or Elizabeth, and dashes down the corridor. Let's see. And is gonna flit onto the rooftops.
Okay, you make it on top of Celine's spire. Absolutely.
Well, I've been on Sling Spire.
Right, but you're saying you're getting to like the tippy top of it, correct?
No. I'm leaving.
Understood.
I'm going
Understood.
south
Understood.
now.
Okay.
So over here.
Got it. Understood.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
no more Lizzie time. Bounce.
Cassandra, in order to keep up the facade, is going to cut through this alleyway and cut you off.
Okay.
So she's going to come down here, and you see how this street is divided into two paths. She is on that, you know, obviously we're looking at it. She's on that right path, but that left one is clear for you and your party.
Got it.
Richter is going to move upward. He actually doesn't have to dash here. Is going to move and is going to make 2 strikes, quote unquote. One of them is a 15, but you see as he turns to the flat end and just gives a little bap that actually doesn't deal any damage. But Cassandra sort of rears back and just lets out this roar as she is damaged. And then the second attack misses with a 9 as she sort of takes this, what is in this warhammer, which is actually in the visage of the glaive, and just slams it into the cobblestone. Okay. Uldiel, Echinacea, will just go, fuck. In her mind, I just wasted a spell. Fuck, okay. And she starts to go downward. She's going to have to make an athletics check to climb down, because she wants to conserve spells. And that is a 14 plus... Yeah, 14 plus 7, 21. So she's able to get down, but that is the entirety of her turn. Okay. Give me one more performance check here, Lazuli.
17.
17. Nice. Okay. And we will hop back over with that to... Mr. Zio Marino.
I mean...
You've been made an offer. What does Zio say in this moment? How is Zio feeling in this moment? These questions that have sort of sifted through Zio's mind unanswered for so long have been sort of laid at their feet. What do you do?
My heart's beating so fast.
Oh, honey. If you need to take a pause, we can do that.
I'm okay.
Okay.
Xio looks at the Tetherium, at what they had previously let go of.
Yeah.
Halitis is just as old as Glacia and Coletra.
Mm.
Just as involved in the creation of the current. His word, his thoughts matter just as well.
Mm.
And he believes that it can be healed. He believes that it is worth protecting. Not just its power, but the influence it has upon the world. You may not believe that it can be done. And I'm not naive enough to ignore that you're doing this to get rid of me. I was selfish and Norfolk. I wanted the orbs. I wanted to get ahead. I did not want you to win, and I hurt you. And I've hurt Wit. I deserve everything that comes to me. I'll do this. I'll do this for you. I'll do this for you, Alma. For Wit. And for Glacia. And for Coletra. I'll accept. But I want to meet them. Glacia and Coletra. I want to understand. I want to come to an agreement so that we may prepare against Isterus and his play for power. Together we can find his avatar. We can stop them. Just allow me to finish my mission here in Isle of the Lore. Allow me to say farewell to my friends, to my family. And let's stop Isterus before I give myself over. But I give my word. I will do it.
Angie, you're fucking... That's good. Sorry, I was like, that's fucking good, dude. Give me a persuasion check.
God. Persuasion. Okay. Persuasion.
Yeah.
God, don't fuck me,
With
guys.
no, like with yeah, just give me a persuasion check.
Okay. That was an 11 with an 8 is a 19. I'm gonna go ahead and use an inspiration point.
Okay.
See if I roll a little bit higher.
Yeah. With inspiration, you have to use the new roll.
Got it. Well, I rolled a 12
Okay.
with an 8, so that's a 30-20.
30-20.
Yes.
A slutty don't take her home to mom 20.
Yeah. I'm not taking her to mom 20.
Okay. You see as Alma sort of sits back.
I'm pretty sure that both Colitra and Glacia don't want to see it be bastardized by Isterus.
No, they've already seen it bastardized by the Divan Thier and by Vaemir. That's been happening for the last, well, frankly, since Vaemir was bound to this fucking planet. And to your point about Helitis, he is a cowardly recluse. Ever since he died and came back, he has been hidden. He is not as tapped in as you would like to think. Sure, he was the grand sage of the Tranquil. Absolutely. But he is also... he is an optimist. Optimism rarely breeds actual results, actual change. You have to be pragmatic. And as much as I hate you, and don't get me wrong, I hate you. I can honor that deal. The magic begins to fade. I can set up a meet. You, me, Wit's no longer in the picture. He is no longer associated with Kaletra. She is currently in the realms of finding a new avatar, but as I understand it, that may not be necessary. If you are willing to bear the burden of the current and fight for balance, you know, that what you said you've wanted this whole time. She puts a hand out to shake. Helitis can be there too. If you want.
I want Wit to be there.
Why? Is this yet again you giving him more grace than you've ever given me? Despite the fact that you and I grew up together. You know how many times I had your mother's cooking?
Maybe it's the fact that we grew up together that made me so angry at you. He was a stranger. Have you thought of that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then why am I not allowed to be angry, just as angry as you are?
Oh. You're allowed to be angry, Xio. I didn't throw you away. Even through all of this, I've been more invested in you than you've ever been in me. My
I didn't
mind
know.
has always been on you. Even now. Because that's what Nanakin is. We are always together. Always one. But that day in Norfolk, you're right, you were selfish. And hell, you didn't even see me when I was here. Not past that night in the Red Feather. I accept your terms. And you know what? If you want wit there, fine. But he is no longer an avatar. He has no say in what happens to the current.
Sad how easy they toss us to the side.
Lacey has always supported me. You just so happen to be strapped with a monster. And I am sorry for that. I wouldn't wish Isterus on anybody. Not even you.
I'm sorry, Oma.
Prove it.
Xio shakes her hand.
Okay. Alma stands.
Before you go, you have contempt over Vaemir and what he's done for the current, but why are you here?
Wow. A dear old dad got famous with a lot of help. And Xio, you know Alma's father to be a renowned performer from the Isle. Traveled both the Isle and the mainland, has gone to Drukamesh and performed for royalty, particularly the Atra family in Valenro, and even to the Scandalore crown in Olcast, the capital city-state. Well, we have Viola to thank for that.
Pact. His success was because of Viola.
Yeah.
Has that transferred to you?
Well, my father made this pact when he was not as good with words. So, in his lack of specifics, I am involved. I am to help. And I did that. I distracted you. So I can leave now. No harm to me or mine.
Oma,
What?
do you need out of it?
Oh, I'm working on that.
You... What exactly are the words of your pact?
We don't have enough time for that today, Xio.
Oma, we are actively working towards trying to stop her.
Then you better get to work.
This could benefit you as well.
I am not going to give you the credit of saving me. So,
It's not a competition.
it is. And not because I made it that way. Remember, you made it a competition. My family, my words, those words, I'll deal with them. I helped Elizabeth. And if you are all able to stop her, great. I'll be free either way. So, get to work. Lila will be safe.
You know how to call me.
I do. Really, the tea is good. You should come back for some.
And Xio's going to go upstairs.
Okay, you head up, and we'll take one more break here. We'll take one more break here, and then we'll pick up with Lazuli and the group. All right, everybody. We will see you in another 5-10 minutes. Bye, everybody. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Known Realms Tolesh. Guys, these split sessions are kind of bangers. Am I right or am I right? Okay, so we're picking up with Lazuli. You've seen Elizabeth and the distant armor of an old friend.
Not him too.
How are you
He
moving?
can't come.
How are you moving forward?
Sorry, Finn's like nose to the door back there.
Finn's going crazy.
Let's see. I'm moving down towards Richter, kind of like coming down that left-hand alley swiftly.
Okay.
Let's see. Is there anything else that I want to do to flavor? I think we're just running. I don't know if my Charade on Stride is up still. I think I had to drop that. So I think my sprint is just 80. But if I can also bonus action dash, or like, is that a thing too? Where
You can't bonus action dash, but if your speed is 80, well, you're fine.
If I dash.
Yeah, so we'll say you're still moving that yeah. So you would be right here.
Okay. I'll just be on this token or.
Yeah. Yep. Put yourself there. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay. And yeah,
I'm running.
You're running. We're just gonna expedite these because thankfully, like with the conversation that Xio and Ulma are having currently, this is the time where we're kind of moving through all of this. Where'd your token go?
Underneath.
Oh, underneath. Okay.
I'm gone.
Sandra's going to move down here and just sort of barrel into the ground. And she is going to let out, knowing that you guys are nearing the herbarium, she wants to draw Elizabeth's attention. So she just lets out this guttural howl upward and just kind of, that just transitions into this low growl. And, yeah, she is just sort of preparing. Uldiel, maybe is not too fast. Okay, so she's gonna get there. But she will actually be able to get up to Richter. And what she is gonna do is she is going to touch him on the shoulder, and she is going to cast Dimension Door. And is going to move right in front of the herbarium with Richter. So that those two, bink, are right there. All right?
I think you selected my token too.
Ah! You're
but
right.
if I
Dimension,
were to...
Dimension Door, I believe, is... Yeah, it's only one other person.
If she's like in character, if she's trying to go and grab Richter, I feel like it would make sense if I were to be in front of Cassandra, not Richter. Like, because then
Yeah,
Cassandra
I was gonna
would
say
chase me
you're
down.
right here.
I know, but I need to be. I think I should be on the other end, so then Cassandra can then chase me into the herbarium. Because if I'm on this way, it would make sense to it would make sense to run like west or something.
I think that's fair.
If
So,
like
okay.
she's going to grab Richter,
Yeah, because you're
take me
right
instead.
there. Yeah, okay, understood.
And I'll just offer my hand. I won't even say something verbally. But
I think that's more than fair, especially since she's RPing as Echinacea. So we'll Dimension Door down to the herbarium. Got it.
Great.
Give me a performance check. I will say with that advocating, with that argument, give me with that. Do that with advantage, please.
Good. Fuck you. 10. Wait. I have to with advantage. I get to 10.
10. What are you thinking as you are Dimension Dooring with Uldiel? What's going through? Tell me what distracts Lazuli enough to make this deception not as strong.
I guess there's this intention of I guess it's like why I'm struggling on why this is a performance as much, because we genuinely do want to get away. Like both in this deception and in a role, like these things are aligned. We're not trying to say, oh, I actually want to do this, whenever in reality, like it feels like both getting away from like that's both the plan, and it would be the plan if we were running away. If that makes sense to me? Like
no, I get what you're saying, but the performance is the fact that Cassandra, you are trying to convince Elizabeth that Cassandra is actively going to scoop you and take you to the Whitmore estate, which she is not going to do. That is the performance.
Okay.
Because, like, obviously, you're correct. Like, everything is happening within the parameters of the plan, but the person who is being convinced is Elizabeth. And I will say, you've averaged great this whole time. A bad roll is not going to completely... One bad roll is not going to completely fail you. This counts toward the grand scheme of everything that you and Xio have rolled.
I would say it's odd that she would want to move closer to Cassandra, like in the direction of, like, why not go west? Why not go east? Like, why go that direction? Like, why are you wanting to get closer?
That makes sense.
And I think that's it.
Okay.
But it maybe is like, oh, this is a brave fairy. She just wants to maybe confront it. But
absolutely. I love that. Okay. But you are in front of the herbarium. And I will say, okay, that's more than fine. Richter is going to make 2 half-hearted attacks. That's a 5 that misses. A 16 would hit, but again, he sort of turns and BAP! Doesn't do any damage, but makes it look like he has struck Cassandra. And he moves in. And then he will sort of move to get opposite the Corberay. And then I think at this point, at this point, we're going to be out of initiative because you are close enough to the herbarium and we're following you. So, Lazuli, you see the herbarium in front of you, the one with the Belrose name, your shared name with your sibling in front of you. What do you do?
Lazuli will, well, just even peering in, can I see the rest of the party? Are they visible, or is it like a pretty?
You can see them coming down the street. You can see them coming down the street. This is the plan is going as perfectly as you can imagine right now. Everybody's sort of barreling forward.
Are they? I meant like the Aura and Lapis. Are they already inside, or?
Oh, give me an investigation check, because they told you that they were going to be stealthy here. Like they don't want to.
Yeah.
I misunderstood.
Yeah, you're good. We have multiple parties. That's a dirty 20.
You have a keen eye, and you are a ranger like your mother. You see her sitting atop the herbarium with her pistols loaded and sort of sitting just like perked down. You can see that she is using her waveboard as a means of protection. On the bottom, you see as it has this cloaking aspect that takes on the environment around her. So you see as she kind of peeks above it, and you see Lapis behind the herbarium. It looks like he is tinkering, preparing something just in case. Isandro is within the herbarium, but he is sort of tucked behind like a large tree that is growing within, just a central point of like picking herbs, and he's just sort of tucked behind. Your party is there, they're present.
He's like, there's some great stuff in
He's like, holy fuck, guys, they got raspberries! Raspberries aren't in season!
As I gaze into the herbarium, do I see any blue flowers, blueberries, blue anything?
You see a couple blue roses. You see, yeah, you absolutely see some blue flowers. Let me give you some names here.
Just want to make sure I'm prepared before I go in there
Yeah.
and not be able to come out.
Yeah, you see like hydrangeas. You see,
Great.
yeah, periwinkles and things like that.
Forget-me-nots.
Forget-me-nots.
Name every blue flower.
No.
I
already closed my Google tab.
It was just to the tune of name a woman.
Name a woman. Elizabeth Whitmore.
Okay. So Lazuli will, knowing that, we're still flavoring. We're still. She'll do a pretty strong show of looking around, making like she's investigating where would be a safe place to hide, and it's like that classic horror movie moment where the like girl is getting chased and then she just keeps on like oh no, like she could have easily just moved or kept
but
running.
yeah.
And it's her like looking for a good spot and not finding anything, and then she doesn't want to beeline it straight to the herbarium.
Absolutely, yeah. Like you kind of look at the Order of Alchemists. You look at some of the houses that look empty. You look down and you're like, there are so many places. And then, oh god, an empty herbarium. This is grow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll kind of like once she's gonna wait for the rest of her team. Like she's kind of holding the door, like gathering stuff to put behind, like bar it, but like and is waiting for and is about to close it once the Corporate gets here. But it's kind of like holding an action to wait until the rest of her party is inside and state.
Okay. After a very tense, like 15-20 seconds, Richter, who would have been the only straggler, Uldiel as Echinacea, Richter as Whistle, both sort of run in and shut the door, and you hear as like Cassandra's claws just scrape on glass and metal and just... And as soon as it hits the cold iron, you hear this very powerful like searing sound as her hand just as she skulks around. And there is this like the show continues as like she sort of bashes onto the glass like hard, but not hard enough to break it. There's a continuing of the deception until Lazuli. You hear metallic footfalls on cobblestone as Elizabeth, and this is after about another like 3 to 5 minutes. She was pretty behind you, but with this sort of like horrifying scene around you, there's kind of slamming, and you just hear the sound of Elizabeth's voice. Well, that's enough. I will take it from here. Return to Shadow. And you see as Cassandra sort of looks and then looks at you, sort of blends into the shadow around her. You see walking beside Elizabeth is the dimmed armor of Sir. The soul of the man that you knew is not here.
What have you done to...
Oh. Well. His soul lives. Just not in the vessel it took. Is that really what you want to talk about right now? You are in quite a peculiar position, Lazuli.
Lazuli kind of puts her arms up protectively. I just want to understand fully how this herbarium works.
Yeah.
So Lazuli was able to come in as a fae.
Yep.
It's the people who don't mean harm, or
It is good fae can enter.
Got it. Okay. Got it. Okay. I'm here. What do you want from me? I don't know how to help you or what even bringing me to the heart would do.
It will show you the importance of our work. She sort of looks around. Where is Xio? Where is Kaylin? Where is Lucien?
Lazuli looks around. Fuck, I hate lying! Sorry, she doesn't say that.
Lazuli
okay.
screams, "Fuck, I hate lying!"
No, I won't get this much time in real life, but I just want to make sure I'm saying the right fucking
Yeah, you're
shit.
fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
Whenever she asks, Lazuli gets, like, stern. You know where they are.
Do I?
What exactly did Xio tell me about Oma and...
Xio told you that Alma had Declan's Lila. And I mean, you would know that Lila was one of the people that Elizabeth threatened. So.
And previously we've known that Alma and Elizabeth were... No? Okay.
We didn't.
None of you know that.
Mm-mm. We know that that Alma was here in Eye of the Lord when we met with
You do not
Xio's dad.
do not know of any working relationship.
Mm-hmm. You just know that Alma was here in Eye of the Lord prior, but
I can still spin this stuff.
And I mean, if I don't know if Alec would allow like a history check to remember when Elizabeth did mention, I think in front of Lazuli, that there was some people from the Scorched Isles.
Yeah, that was in front of the party.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd allow a history check. Angie, take an inspiration point for the help.
6. Nah, Lazuli's stupid right now. Lazuli steps towards
Lizzie?
no. What?
Lizzie?
No. I forgot what her name is. Why am I
Oldiel?
spacing? Oldiel, like whenever she takes
moves towards Echinacea.
Moves to Echinacea to soothe herself.
Yeah.
You know, so they don't feel like strangers.
Yeah.
But still in front, so that Elizabeth doesn't try to directly
communicate.
Communicate. Don't you own the city? There's green flame everywhere. I assume you saw everything.
Well, it must be.
Lazuli will look very sad and just like horrified.
You're playing into the hubris like she knows everything that's going on.
Uh-huh.
Give me a deception check with advantage here.
Okay. like
This
not saying
this gambit is so good, you guys. This is so good.
that's a 21.
Look at that,
Ooh,
20.
damn.
Wow.
Just like that something happened. Maybe they're dead. Maybe they got split up.
Yeah,
but like
yeah,
something happened
yeah.
that she assumed that Elizabeth was behind it, and like the fact that Elizabeth doesn't know would be like, oh, so you're not in control.
Oh, correct.
Of everything?
Yeah. Oh, nicely done. Take an inspiration point there. That's fucking good. You see, she absolutely takes that, right? She like a moth to flame presents herself directly into your hands, and she just says, "It must be a pain to lose someone so close to you, and well, one that makes your heart flutter at the sight of him. I've seen and felt the way you look at my brother.
Have you no heart other than the one that you behold and feed?" She's trying to kind of come, and this is honestly true. Like after seeing
Yeah.
the mother, just what has made you to this person that you're not even mourning the idea of losing your brother. Like this is just genuine, like
Yeah.
horror and anguish at this level that she's fallen to.
You see as she takes off a coat and puts it on Sir's arm, the armor of Sir. It's not technically Sir. I would never play a player character's character without them here. But it is the suit of armor that you know to have been Sir's. She puts her coat over his arm. Oh. Well, once these doors are opened, my dear, the Corbray will take you, and I can show you my heart. And maybe I can give you the chance you need to say goodbye to Lucien. It seems your heart is strong towards him. You kind of hear a gripping of leather as Richter, behind you, is unaware of these feelings. And with this tense standoff beginning, that is where we're going to call this first session of Team Herbarium's Adventures in Iothalor. All right, everybody. Hi, guys. How are we?
Hello.
You're so ugly. How dare you? All right. Let's go ahead and outro our players, starting with Angie.
Anyway, so hi, I'm Angie. They, them pronouns. I've been playing Xio, he, they pronouns, who might return to the current or stay there at some point. Who knows? You can find me at Agonethetic on the internet, and yep, you know it. Super cool. Love to see it.
Love to see it. Thank you, Angie. Lou.
Y'all are rude. This just proves you shouldn't split the party. Like even literally in our we're just everybody's getting singled out. Attacked.
Everybody's catching strays here.
Seriously. But I play Lazuli. My name is Lou. Both use she, her pronouns, and you can find me at Lazulia_art on both social.
Thank you,
So
Lou.
ugly.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. My name is Alec. My pronouns are he, him. You can find me at Tales Archived on social media, and I'm the Archivist here. The mean Uggo at Tales Archived. And when I'm not here, you can find me as Fenris over at Heroes of Asteria Unearthed Inheritance at Stealthy Elf Productions. You can find us next week as we return to Team Heart as they face off against a group of Ebonite Knights and prepare to disenchant the heart of Elizabeth and Viola. And until then, we'll see you guys in the next adventure. Bye, everybody. Bye.